Well, hello again. How are we?
Hello.
We're back
Long-
again.
Not
Friday,
long
which is
time
an
no see.
unusual day for us. Very, very
Yeah.
unusual day. But we had a bit of extra time this week, so I throw in a bit of an extra stream. I feel like my camera's a little bit more zoomed than it was yesterday, but that might just be me needing to reposition myself on Zoom.
Yeah, it doesn't look quite the same as yesterday. It doesn't look bad, but
No, it's. I think it's just more zoomed in on me.
yes,
So you know what I mean?
yes.
Just going to move the clip back a little bit. We're gonna.
But yeah, for those of you there, how are you doing? How is it? I hope there's no issues with my voice this time. Everyone can hear me.
No, everything should be fine with your stuff. Okay, I think that's better.
Perfect.
Just getting that lined up a little bit better. So yeah, we're back. We don't really have our usual. Oh. Okay, sorry. I thought I started lagging there. I didn't know if it was me or Zoom. We don't really have as much. How would you put? Much of a need to talk about Monday. It's kind of
No, we've already had that.
We had that. It's a little
Are
different.
we gonna see the rare occurrence of going straight into the actual content of the stream?
Oh god, no, never.
The once in a... Okay, cool. What are we talking about today?
Look, any news with you since yesterday? Have you started doing anything different?
No. Nothing in the past day. Unfortunately.
Bro, I just finally caved and I kept getting a bunch of like Naruto clips recommended to me on TikTok. So I was like, fuck it. I'm getting Crunchyroll. I need to start watching this again.
Okay. I have never seen Naruto. I've watched like 1-2 episodes, but I've never actually watched it.
Really? You see, you were a massive weeb
yeah.
as a teenager, were you?
I know I wasn't. I skipped my weeb stage.
I didn't. I grew out of it, but before I met Sharon, I just used to watch a shit ton of anime. Like that was how I would fill my like before D&D, before my wife. I would literally just spare time was like
watch.
anime every fucking day, and it was just like a shit ton of anime.
Yeah.
Which like it is what it is. But I did like all of Naruto. I did all of Bleach. I played like some like wasn't even really like MMOs as well, just the sheer amount.
I have known about that side. Den's over there, I know, used to be an MMO fiend back in the day.
What is the wife? Does Raph have a wife? Raph does not have a wife unless you count me.
No. Look, Des is the closest thing in my life currently. But
How are you today, Vijay? How are you? We're just getting a little distracted before we start, as is tradition. Look, we got a lot of stuff done the past few streams. We're working our way through all the ancestries, and no, not doing so bad. Yeah, Shaz is good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I also realized after we're done, I need to post our stream schedule, which I think is only going to be one day next week because of my birthday. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
I do have the Sunday off, but I don't think Sharon. I think Sharon doesn't, so I'll probably have to do some Instagram stuff for her on the Sunday. So it'll
Look,
2 D&D sessions have
one.
been cancelled in the same amount of days. How would you be? That's rough. That's rough.
That sucks.
I don't think
I would.
Akahira, thank you for the follow. Happy to have you here. How are you? What's new with you? We're going to be doing a bit of homebrewing today. We're just kind of getting started now. So we're going to get distracted for a little bit, talk about just nerd shit for a little bit, and then really get into
life, nerd shit. Yeah.
Just kind of whatever. But that being said, my week is my week's been pretty good so far. I gotta say it's been never like can't really complain about any of it. It's I didn't have anyone cancel my D&D session, so I always appreciate that when that happens.
Look, that is a good start to the week.
Look, thankfully because of stream, I like we were always pretty consistent. I will say that our group has always been very consistent about not missing time, but I think the stream made it even more important, like for people to show up. So that definitely helped.
You can't really stream if you're.
I'm happy you're doing good. Yeah, you can't really stream if you're not having some level of dedicated days. But yeah, no, the only real difference for me, Chad, is I just started watching more anime there today. Not even that much into it. I just not even Naruto, because I've seen all of Naruto. I've done all the movies, everything. What I'm trying to do now is there's a sequel called Boruto, and I got like I think 30 episodes deep. I did have tech issues with you. I did on Monday. My camera broke, so I have an unintentional upgrade because I only recently upgraded my phone. So now I have my phone on a mount arm connected to my monitor stand, and my phone is now my camera. I'm using a couple tech-savvy know-hows and more wires than I wish to admit, and more wires in the post because this is draining battery. I can't actually get a plug from where it is, but it's actually an unintentional upgrade. The HDR is better. I'm able to wear grays and blacks, which is always nice, rather than having to worry about just a complete blowout of light on my forehead and everything, which is pretty like. It's good. Like, I think autofocus is really, really good on this phone. So
yeah,
I might still save for
upgrade.
I might still save for a webcam, but honestly, I don't know. I'll see. I'm gonna give this a few weeks and see how it goes. But yeah. So last we left off, we got busy doing our things. What is Raph eating? Raph, what are you eating?
I had some leftover bits of Easter egg chocolates that I'm just eating.
I don't even know what leftover Easter egg chocolate is. There's no such thing for me. I blow through them in a sitting.
I've become very well disciplined on not blowing through it all.
See, I'm trying to be even stricter with my diet lately because I've been hitting the gym. I'm only able to do cardio now because I really hurt my back. But like I don't really have chocolate most days. I don't really have sugar most days anymore because I'm trying to drop some weight. So when I do have it, it's just like it's a cheat day and I'm getting through it because if it's left over, it's in the bin. It's there for one day and then it's gone. But
respect that.
We kind of got through a lot last time. We got through Goliath, which we have made to our giant kin, or Jotun for those that wish to annoy them. We want to do sub races on them, but we'll come back to that. We got through Alased, which are half deer, half elven kind of creatures, very from Greek mythology. I don't think they're too unique, but we made our own kind of spin on it using like Kobold Press's stuff as a base and inspiration, and then making our own off of the back of that. We changed our Pineys to Dryadkin, which is, very much so like humanity mixing with the Woad and the Dryads and the Fae and the Nymphs, working that way. And we actually split them into sub-races, which is something they didn't innately get. And we lamented over a long period of time, have any of these been put on YouTube? Yes, they have. I'm actually very good with our new YouTube schedule. So if you're curious for YouTube VODs, I should probably post this somewhere that this is the new schedule. But 2 days after every stream, the VOD goes up. Mm-hmm. So part 1 of this is out. It's not playlisted, or it might be playlisted. I don't know. I may have. Where we got through the Ravenfolk, Leon, and Loxodon. All of our versions of that. With all the usual distractions.
The Ravenfolk have been one of my favourite ones we've done, I think.
Same. I've really quite liked that. Also, you know what I'm only realizing now, Raf? Today wasn't even meant to be this. When we set all these streams up, we were meant to be homebrewing sub races. We were going to start on some sub races today.
Oh, okay. Well, we're doing this now. We're doing this now
because I completely forgot. Because there's some sub races I wanted to tackle. Some Star to Self Bard colleges, a Ravenfolk tradition of soul binding. But we'll get to it at a different time. Part 2 of this. So this is looking. I don't know how many parts it's going to be, but part 2 will be up tomorrow, and then the VOD of this stream will be up on YouTube on Sunday. Unless I forget, which I've been pretty good lately. I'm setting alarms. I'm setting a lot more reminders. But yeah, kind of working on it. So Jesus Christ, I only realize how bad the root of my hair is now when it's pulled up because it's not as obvious when it's down. I need to get it done something fierce. I also need to completely just shave the back and sides again because it's far too long. But we are getting to Genasi, so a little bit different in our setting, I think, because I think they're pretty tied to like genies, and well, they're not tied to elementals, but I don't know if they're strictly tied to genies in official. But for us, they happen around like natural phenomenons and catastrophic events like volcano eruptions, like tsunamis, hurricanes, thunderstorms, things like that. Children
born when there's been like a weakening
in the end.
The planes in that sense.
Yeah. So This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I know yesterday it's something
Yeah.
we were definitely leaning towards being like, how the hell are we going to do
See,
the elemental folk?
It is. Well, first of all, I'm going to start out like, are we changing their name to like elemental folk or something like that, or element kin?
Maybe? What do you think? I definitely don't want to go with Genasi.
Genasi.
No.
I kind of want to keep it as Genasi. Like,
Is that SRD?
I don't know. I don't actually know. I need to look this up.
So I don't know if it is. I don't know if that is Genasi a copyrighted term.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
The race Genasi is copyrighted by Wizards of the Coast.
Ah, fuck. Okay. That's true actually, because I know that I'm fairly sure in Pathfinder. So I'm kind of just I don't know about Genasi. I mean, look, we can.
I know the race, like the actual racial abilities. I just don't know if the word.
Yeah, the word. No, I'm just trying to like search up at the moment because it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Well, I know that Pathfinder does have I can't remember what they're called, but it's like an elemental race. I think it's like Geniekin. They have like Geniekin. Yeah, there's like Geniekin Pathfinder has. So
well,
probably
I
just
suppose,
play it safe.
Here's the thing: do we like? Because in our setting, I very much so like the fact that, how would I put this? Looking at Pathfinder 2e, I like the fact that like tiefling is an ancestry that can be put onto anything. It's very similar to like a hollow one from like from the thing. Because in theory, any race in our setting could be elemental born or element born. I don't know, like.
Well, that's something I've been wanting to discuss with you because I know that we've talked about it in respects to like Asima, particularly with Asima, with how it can be like any race can be that.
And yeah, we have, and so can tiefling. You can be a tiefling with elven lineage.
So how do we? Yeah, so are we changing anything to reflect that at all in terms of?
I mean, I think so. I don't know if I want. I can't make it a sub race because not every race gets a sub race. But maybe if we made it something lighter. So no, I still didn't give it its own thing. But just say Genasi can be like that's something that I suppose goes into flavor text more so than anything, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head if I can. If not, what you call it? I'm trying to remember or pull up what they actually get. So I know, I know that so Air Genasi get their decks. Obviously, they get hold their breath indefinitely. They get the mingle with the wind. Cast levitate once with a trait, I believe, requiring. So requiring no components. Earth Genasi get Earth Walk can move across earth or stone without expending extra movement. Get past without trace once with this trait. Fire Genasi get fire resistance. The Produce Flame cantrip and Burning Hand spell first level. Ability cast it. So they don't really get that much.
Yes. Now I know that it's interesting because I know that there's the Monsters of the Multiverse version of Genasi as well, which gives them dark vision.
I believe that was only the fire Genasi before.
Yes, it wasn't the fire Genasi, but I know at least water Genasi now. I think they all just get dark vision according to that iteration of it. So
I think that is also just
are we just going to go with the elemental evil version? Do you think?
Flame Salt, Aqua Salt, Terra Salt, and Zephyr Salt. Maybe it's an option.
That's an option.
One thing I'm being bullied by Cat who demands to be on the stream.
Demand attention. Give it to
He
me.
does.
Put me on stream.
Send me in, Chief. What's wrong with me? Okay. Like, do we want to follow the same, like, I don't know, same formula? Do we want to, like, do the same kind of, like, you get a spell, you get a weird ability, the right element, or...
See, that's my issue for this, is that how much do we want to completely mix up the Genasi formula here? Like, do we just want to keep it pretty much as it is? And just, like, make slight alterations?
So we have two options. We could either make slight alterations, or we could just make a few sub-races for other elementals, like ice, and we could... like...
see you, Fajuk. Have a good sleep.
Let's see, Fajuk. Enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Shaz. In work, not meant to be on the phone, but very good.
Appreciate it, nonetheless.
Always appreciate it.
Hello there, Crawler.
Hello.
Crawler? I'm gonna say Crawler. How are
Oh,
you?
Crollo.
How are you going?
What's up? How are we feeling? We're working on redoing things, and we're currently stuck on Genasi because we want to make our own version for our own setting.
I like Genasi as they currently stand, and I don't think we necessarily really need to change them in a big way. I think adding on.
Okay. How about we do sub-races then?
Sub-races.
We like elemental born, or so I have an idea for a lightning Genasi. So hear this out. So a lightning Genasi, kind of like I'm thinking speed and mobility is the thing. So I'm thinking for, let's say, like, how would you? Hey, you can't jump up on the lights, buddy. I know you want to, but you can't. Sorry, I have a cat that is just playing.
Sorry, we're going through some cat technical difficulties.
We are. He is very demanding right now. Okay, so my first thing. Let's say we do a kind of lightning Genasi. So,
okay,
like, let's say once per long rest, maybe, but give them a fly speed that they can activate, like literally, like lightning speed. They move so fast that, like, not so fast that it's extra speed, but so fast that they can, like, move through the air, like fly. So I'm thinking, like, for a minute flying speed up to 30 feet. Maybe make it linked to their con, maybe, and then, like, you can use it a number of con modifier times and then regain when you finish a long rest. And then the other thing is give them, like, what comes to lightning, obviously thunder. So, like, as the thunderclap ability, create a boom, like literally, like Thundercap, Thunder Wave, I think it is. So can be heard up 100 feet away.
Let's just give them Thunder Wave because the way that Genasi sub races work is that you get, like, as we said, like, you get, like, the fancy ability, and then you get, like, the spell casting.
I know. I just don't know if I like that formula.
Well, I feel like if we do that, then we need to change the rest, like, because otherwise, it doesn't quite.
I get you there. Like, I don't know,
because that's my thing. Like, if we want to add our own sub races, we have to, like, stick to the formula, or else if we're changing the formula, then we have to do it for all.
Hate that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so what do you think of that ability? I suppose maybe as part of their fly speed, we can because then they get too much. It's like they get, like,
my only thing about the fly speed. My only issue with the fly speed is that if Air Genasi doesn't get fly speed, why should they? Because it's like, you would think Air Genasi would.
See, that's part of why I would want to remake Air Genasi to begin with, because I just want to give them more shit. Like, I really don't know how I want to approach this. And if people have ideas, I'd love to hear them, because remaking the Genasi as a whole is something I want to do, but I just don't know whereabouts where do we draw the line? Would people rather sub races, or would they rather completely reworked? Like,
yeah. See, I know that Nate felt very strongly on this when he was in here yesterday watching the stream.
I know he did.
I don't know. I just feel like it's. Oh fuck! If we overhaul all of them, because like the base Genasi, if we're going off of the elemental evil iteration of Genasi,
what are the changes? I don't know the changes from.
I don't know the changes entirely that were made. That's the thing. Like I don't really know. I just know that it came out, but I don't really know. Besides Dark Vision, I don't really know what else changed around.
Okay, so hear me out. I do have ideas. If we start it from the get-go, we give them their base walking speed. We give them 4 elements. We can work with that. Maybe we even give them more than 4 elements. One thing I would like maybe we let them live the same, so mature at the same rate as humans, but can live up to the length of ancestry of your parents. So whatever ancestry, elven, same size humans, roughly base walk speed of 30, and then we give them an elemental affinity. And then I'm thinking for air. Same idea for the lightning one. Air Genasi, or air whatever we call them, elemental born. Gain a flying speed of 30 feet. Can use it up to a minute. Bonus action to start it. Can use it a number of times equal to your con mod per day. Regain it all when you do a long rest. And then we scrap the spell abilities altogether because spells are shit for like kind of progression. So a spell is just based on progression, first level, not doing shit for me. So we give them an ability very similar to like a gust, like a blast of wind, air genasi, that like, literally think airbender. So let's give them like a massive air shove. Action, choose a creature within 30 feet of you or 60 feet, whatever you prefer. I don't really have a preference. They make a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you. Can use once per short or long. But the DC against it is 8 plus proficiency plus con. It scales with you.
I would increase that to more than just once per short rest because that's the type of thing where
it's only a push. Though, I suppose. Yeah, there's no.
It's only a push. It's not that strong.
Okay, so proficiency bonus
just...
times then.
Yeah, it's not like an incredibly powerful ability as it shouldn't be because you're already giving them a fly speed.
Yeah. So, what do you think of that? How do we feel about that? I like that. I've got my G Fuel. I'm ready to just.
Okay.
Also, you know what's wild?
So,
the absolute color of this St. Patrick's Day limited edition one. I don't know how well the camera will pick it up. It's just green.
What is that?
It says made with artificial colors. It is neon.
It looks like Shrek just vomited, just threw up in there.
I'm happy you went with vomited. I will say that. Thank you for choosing vomited.
I was gonna say something else, but I realized it will live on stream.
Just hope you don't have a nut allergy. What? You can't have nut allergy is just a thing. Like, okay, so let's before I lose this energy I've just gotten. So
okay. In terms of Genasi, are we giving them just dark vision across the board, or are we?
We give them dark vision across the board.
I don't think we do.
Okay,
I don't think we do because I like there being some races that don't have dark vision. I don't think every race should have dark vision. And I think it makes sense that it's like this one here it just works. I don't know. I just like Genasi not necessarily having. This is for air Genasi. Let's change that. It's not lightning. I thought of an idea for lightning Genasi actually. If you want to fly like storm.
I like that.
Genasi.
What do you think of that bonus action? 30 feet, 30 foot fly speed for 1 minute can be used equal to con model times per rest min 1. Good, bad, indifferent?
I'm just trying to think. In terms of the thing I'm just thinking about at the moment is equal to the con mod. I'm just trying to think about how many times.
Con mod or proficiency? What would you rather? We can make this proficiency all proficiency based.
I was almost thinking just short rest for the fly.
Just short rest? Wow. Okay.
But I suppose we're not really giving them too much else. So you know,
they're getting a shove. They're getting a shove.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. I think proficiency.
Okay.
Because it scales regardless of what you're leveling, which I just prefer. And it's not necessarily something that's so innately linked to con, the ability to fly.
So, creature within 30 or 60 feet?
Let's say 60. It's a shove. Although I suppose now 30. I think 30 feet. 60 feet's a bit too much now. I'm thinking about it. So 30 feet. 30 feet. 30 feet.
So, are we making this save or suck, or will we just, on top of this, like, maybe they're pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone, or they're just pushed 5 feet? Or...
I think knock prone.
Okay, but is it save or suck?
Yes. I quite like that. I think that's better than just having them be shoved.
So that's pretty much what they get. That, like, if we follow the same similar formula, they get one thing. They get 2 abilities. We're changing the abilities, we're not counting spells because spells don't really scale that well. But that's kind of where we're at. How do we feel about that? Where's your brain at?
I'm just having a look. So what do regular air Genasi? Do you want to keep their ability about being able to hold their breath? Or not? Or are we just scrapping that whole ability?
Scrap it. Like, how niche is that? Like, how often has suffocating come up other than, like, once in our entire, like, almost 5 years playing?
I
think of fly speed is better than being able to hold your breath.
Oh, it's infinitely better. Infinitely better. Yeah.
So that's easy. Air Genasi is not too hard for my brain. I'm pretty comfortable with that. Next up in the list normally is Earth.
Earth
it's
Genasi,
alphabetical, isn't it?
Yeah. I kind of like the innate Earth Genasi ability to be able to move across difficult terrain made of earth or stone. But perhaps we could just expand that upon that in terms of just being difficult terrain.
Okay. So I don't really have much from that. I had an idea for a tremor, but the problem is it's so similar to the air blast.
Yeah. Like, I want them to feel distinct. I don't want all of them to...
Oh, you know what I like?
Unless, you know what? Perhaps that they could create difficult terrain.
I was literally... You're reading my brain, so... Shattered Earth. 15 feet radius. Around you. Dex save equal 8.
I don't know why, but I have this image in my mind of them almost like...
Literally.
Yeah, I like that.
Pulling up the ground around them, plus 8 plus... con mod plus PB. Or take... And here's one thing I'm thinking. Or level in piercing. Piercing. What do you think of that? That's sort of like the shattered earth ability around them. Like literally just like up around. I like it. I think it's racial for them. It's not too big. It's like 15-foot radius around you. Dex save, like it's pretty good, I think. We can make it use equal to PB as well. Or actually no, we shove. We didn't actually make that like the air blast or whatever we want to call it, the gust. How many times can you use that? Like,
I think we should. It's not that strong, so.
But it has to be the same for everything. Remember, maybe once per short or long. For all of it.
Once per short. Once per short.
But yeah. Once. Just for wording, I always include short or long.
Yeah,
no room for confusion. So that's the same for the Shattered Earth then.
Yes. Yes.
Also, I like the damage scaling of it's just the damage is equal to your level because that scales. And
yeah, it's kind of cool.
Because like 15-foot creature, like, and it's none on a success.
Yes. I kind of like keeping the other part of their ability of just being able to move across.
I know you like that, but I'm just worried of how that will come in when we publish, or if we publish this. How would that?
Okay. In that case, what do you have as a suggestion? Natural AC?
Shut up. No, but natural resistances. Maybe we give them resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical. I know it doesn't scale that well, but their other ability really does.
Well, acid is often used to reflect like earthly damage and stuff. We give it acid resistance.
So what? Give them resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and acid? Like give them a stone fortitude kind of vibe?
Yeah, that's almost what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because in that sense, like I see the Earthborn as being like very much fulfilling like a defender type of role.
Yes. I don't know how to work. I know there's a way to actually word it, but they use like the little like these guys. Can't remember what they're called. But we'll just put that in. So bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magic, and acid damage. Acid is also super fucking niche.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like the most
busted.
The most useful thing, but I like it.
Okay. I don't hate that. Earth. Do you want to do? We'll do fire. I think we should also add some of our own. Like,
I think we should add some of our own. There's one I have in mind, which is Ice Genasi, which we've already kind of seen, which we have seen actually.
Yeah, we have
Genasi. So I think we add Ice Genasi.
Okay.
To it, definitely.
Alphabetically,
but I think
EFG. F is next. So we got to do fire. Okay, I have ideas for fire. I do really have some ideas. I'm a big fan. We give them dark vision.
The dark vision. We keep the dark vision. That's just like such a classic part of the fire Genasi, in my opinion, that I just think we keep that. I also like the idea of them being able to produce, well, I say produce fire, in a similar way to like the cantrip perhaps, but something to that effect.
So I did have an idea for this. Very similar to the fly speed of the air Genasi. So we give them the ability to create a small flame in their hand that will shed, I want to say like 20-foot light, which is 10 foot and 10 foot, 10 foot bright, 10 foot dim. You can extinguish it as a bonus action, and you can do it a number of times equal to your proficiency. Refresh on a short or long. Like, not even damaging, it's just literally creating fire.
Okay. I mean, I like that.
Yeah? Okay.
Do we want to give them resistance to fire damage? I feel like that's thematically just in keeping with them.
But we can't give them too much. I just wanted to put it as a... No. So we just called them... So what was my word? So
dark vision.
I really like the idea for their next ability, their big one, which I have an idea of, like a 15-foot cone kind of deal. Very similar to Burning Hands, but we just call it innate ignition.
Okay.
It just has a name.
Yeah, I like the name.
So mechanically, for their other one, I'm thinking we'll make it very similar to Burning Hands. A cone, and similar to the Earth Genasi, deck save, and take fire damage equal to your level. So it's like there's no favorites here.
Okay. Do you think we need to add that?
I mean, do you have a better idea?
I mean, they've got the produce fire, they've got resistance to fire, and they've got dark vision. I mean, you don't necessarily need to add.
I guess we don't need to, but we're breaking formula if we don't do something.
some sort of bonus action. That's the thing, is that I don't think we necessarily need to stick to a
It's not a
one-to-one
bonus.
formula in terms of all of them having some sort of damage action type thing.
Okay, so pitch me something else then. Pitch me something else.
Well, I don't even know if we need to add anything else. Because you've got dark vision, resistance to fire damage, and being able to produce a fire and creating light. Not a massive thing, but a nice little bonus. Do we add a fourth ability on top of that?
I get it, but it's just like it's like we give them 60-foot dark vision. They already get resistance to fire damage, and the fire is like, it's very just similar to produce flame. So it's actually, we're just stripping down its ability. They already get fire resistance. Like, we're actually just making worse version. Like, they get dark vision, they get fire resistance, they get produce flame, which is very similar ability, and they get burning hands.
Then in that case,
like if we take
hey,
evening, we're doing well. We're doing well. We're homebrewing, and we're trying to rework all the elemental born, and we're arguing over fire Genasi new abilities.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that I sure, it's just, I don't know, like, it just feels, I don't want to overcrowd it. I don't want to overcrowd it in terms of,
I get that
too much.
However,
like,
as I said, if we
produce flames, honestly.
But then we're not making anything new. We're just taking away one ability that is the standard Genasi.
No,
that'd be our difference. Why play ours versus the WotC one when ours literally just has one less ability?
Yeah, fair, I suppose. I don't know. I just don't want to give it too much. But so, what's the idea you had for the innate ignition?
So it's very, very similar to Burning Hands. It's a 15-foot cone. It's deck save, and it's your level in fire damage. It's an action to do, by the way. Same as the other Shattered Earth. Which maybe is just too close to Burning Hands. It is an innate kind of rip-off. So if you have a different idea.
I don't know. I was trying to think about... I don't know. I'm trying to think about it.
Because, like, my main thing is, like, I want these to be options that people would actually consider. So, I'm going to show you what they get. I'm going to show you what they get here. I don't know if you have it up.
I have it up. So
okay. Yeah, so, like, their reach to the blaze is pretty strong.
What's it called? The, spell-wise. I can't remember what it's called, but basically like a flame shield type of effect, if that's the spell. What if you give them something like that? Like a bit more of a defensive, ability.
Okay, so what about this? I like that. What if we make it a little different, and we give them, like, where they literally ignite their whole body. You ignite your body in flames, you glow for like a minute, like 20-foot radius light, additional, so 40-foot. You have resistance to cold damage as well. Ooh, and any creature that starts within 5 feet of you takes your level in fire damage. Use it once per long rest. Like, you literally... Fantastic Four, flame on.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't necessarily want to just do, like, area effect type of thing. Or
action.
Not that, but...
You envelop your entire body in flames. So I think their innate bit, their first one ability is resistant to fire damage and dark vision. You can put that in.
Yes.
You 20 feet. Level in fire damage. I like that. I actually really liked it, but I think that's very strong, so we make it once per long rest.
I agree.
Like, I really kind of like that, actually. Fuck.
I like that as an ability.
I do not know why, because I have not taken the photo, but I really, really quite drastically need to use the bathroom. So I need to ask you to entertain chat while I just run to the loo.
You are all good. I will entertain away. So chat, tell me about your day. Tell me how you're going. How are you all? Hope you're all having a wonderful evening / morning / afternoon, wherever you are in the world. But how are you all going? Has anyone been playing D&D recently? Don't mind me. I'm just going to be typing up some of the stuff we talked about. As a bonus action, you can ignite. Small. Go.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey.
So, I think maybe adding a line. We could quite maybe need to specify that you don't ignite things that are worn or carried.
Okay, yep. Yeah, that's actually a good point. So you don't end up naked after every fight. I'm just gonna mix that around. There we go.
Okay, I really like that as an ability, I will say. Dare I even say I think it's better than Burning Hands because it also scales. Like, it is an action. Yes. Are we happy with it being an action?
Yeah, 100%. Look, maybe a bonus. Considering you can only do it once per long rest, I think maybe a bonus action.
Okay. Okay. So next, you want to do ice.
We could still do water.
Well, we're doing alphabetical, my guy.
Oh, I think we just get through all of the main 4.
Okay.
And like first, and then we go to our own. In which case, water Genasi, let's just have a look what they get. They get a swim speed. They get the ability to breathe air and water. I like both of those. I think they keep both of those.
Yeah, so I think, I kind of want to give them a better swim speed, though. What's the swim speed they get?
They get 30 feet. I
want to give them 40.
You think 40? Okay.
I want to give them 40, yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you why. I just think it would be, like, literally just have, like, they're better in water than they are on land.
Okay. I can agree to that. Speed. Feet. Perfect. Okay, interesting. In terms of abilities, like in terms of what they can do, what is something for water Genasi? I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think of something that stands out, something a bit unique.
Well, we could go by a bit of lore, like for other stuff, like healing waters, perhaps. Kind of like Avatar style, because that's kind of what we're leaning to a lot with our inspiration. What if water could literally heal, like cleansing waters? What if you can use an action to touch a creature and heal it, and heal it equal to your level?
Could always do that, actually.
Or what about we could even give the, like, going by the other one, we could make them turn into a mist if we wanted.
I think, how does the Asima healing work? A number of D4s equal to your proficiency bonus. Okay.
That's new for SMR. That is not how it used to be.
Which version am I looking at here? That is Monsters of the Multiverse version. The Volo's one is equal to your level.
Yeah, okay, that's where I was going.
Yeah, Monsters of the Multiverse.
Maybe we
a number of D4s equal to your proficiency. I like equal to your level, personally, a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just my speed.
Yeah, it's less. It's not really a dice roll. I know people like rolling dice, but so you know.
Look, people like rolling dice, but can you honestly tell me that people out there like rolling d4s?
It depends on what type of D4. I've seen some nice, like, little oblong style D4s that I think are nice. But regular D4s probably not. Let's be honest. But yeah, what do you think of the healing water? Do you like a healing water as an ability?
I don't mind it actually. I don't mind it. I think it's different enough from the others. Do you think like once per short rest type ability?
Yeah, I think. Or we could even just go, you can use that a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier per short rest. Because it's the only really thing they get other than a swim speed.
I kind of like that. I'm happy to stick with that.
Okay, so what are we doing? So, healing.
I'm kind of happy with that.
You, as an action, you touch a creature within 5 feet.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that kind of fits, but I think healing water is.
Actually, I really like this. I'm going to type it first. The disease or poison. Hello from Germany. Hello from Ireland. How are you?
Hello from Australia. How are you going today?
How's things? So, that's my little addendum. At level 7, you can choose to cure one disease or poison affecting the creature instead of healing them.
Okay.
Because it's niche. How often, like, I know poisons aren't that uncommon, but if you're poisoned, like, that just gives it a little bit, like, more... A little bit more oomph.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Very similar to, like, a lay on hands.
Yes. Which is, like... I'd actually be kind of curious. A Water Genasi Paladin mix.
Feel not so well, but it's fine. Oh, hope you feel better soon.
Yeah, I hope you start to pick up, feel a bit better.
Hope you enjoy your stay as we world build our way. I hope our nice voices can soothe you in these times.
Yeah. It's never nice feeling a bit down.
Okay, so that's kind of all they need to get for a water. I hate the names. I hate the names. We're gonna have to figure out something other than just element born.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I think that's air, earth, fire, water.
Well, what has been created today, we're still going through the various races of the world and reimagining them and for our setting, trying to make them work. At the moment, we're going through Genasi and just changing them a bit more, adding a bit more to what they can do and adding some of our own sub-races to it. So, seeing how that goes. Yeah, I think that's good for water.
So I have one I want to make.
Oh, okay.
I want to make a Voidborn.
A void?
There's something I've been messing around that is coming into the world soon. I think we will. We'll see one soon. Anyway,
I'm curious how a Voidborn created.
So it's something the Lorthonians are working on. They're creating children born in the rifts of the void.
Ooh.
So I already know what I'm giving them. I do know their two abilities. So their first one is Rift Body. You can make yourself insubstantial, allow you to move through solid objects for 1 minute. While in this state, you can't take actions, and you're immune to all damage except force. Can be done once per long rest.
Okay. Interesting.
Or we can remove the immune to damage. Actually, no, remove the immune to damage. Remove that. That's too strong for a racial.
You know what? I kind of want them to get some sort of spooky ability.
So that's
Like
my next bit.
Eldritch.
The void tendrils.
Give it some real... Okay, good.
As a bonus action, you can extend tendrils of void energy from your body. Attack a creature within 10 feet, melee spell attack. Okay. On hit, it takes force damage equal to your level. Can use a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier, regained on a short or long rest.
Okay.
Those guys, like, because we've kind of been doing like some kind of weird movement sometimes, and then some like attack ability. I like their hollow body because this is like, you know, just something a little different.
Okay.
If they're intangible, are they going to fall through the ground? I imagine. Just woo. What do you think of that, though? What's your opinion? Do you like?
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'm just
also, I think dark vision. Definitely dark vision.
Yeah, darkness of the void. Okay, I don't mind that. I
also already, from my notes, kind of know how I want them to look. They are like mysterious, enigmatic, kind of this otherworldly appearance. They've got like glowing eyes, and we've already seen it a little bit with the Lorthonians. They've got strange void scar markings of void thoughts all throughout their body.
Yeah. That's really interesting. I didn't expect that from the Lorthonians.
Yeah, well, they're
creating a full-on void race.
Well, it's kind of like a sub-race, so...
See, it's interesting because I almost would have given them some form of like void teleportation type ability, like almost like a Misty Step adjacent type thing.
I know, but I just think there's something creepy about them being able to move through solid buildings.
Oh yeah, 100%. I love that. I love that.
Will we strip the damage resistance? The all immune? Or do you like that? Because you can't take actions.
Yeah, exactly. So I think in that case, considering you can't do actions,
and no, we'll make them immune to everything except force.
Okay, yeah.
Force and psychic.
Yeah, but it's like a real incorporeal form. Where you can't really be targeted, but then can't really target anyone else. Can't really do much.
Okay, that's their hollowed body. Like,
that's kind of cool.
I like it. And then, what do you think of the void tendrils for their attack? Do you like it? It follows our formula of doing your level and damage.
Well, leveling something.
Leveling something. So we're gonna go void tendrils, and it's a bonus action because it's why not? It's only one creature.
Healing goes through wall. Barbarian with strength 24 follow through the wall. Who is scarier? Des, honest question for you there.
Look, I think that a barbarian just bursting through a wall is the scary option there.
Yeah.
Oh, deadass, that is the scary option.
Look,
what do you think of my Voidborn?
Terrifying. Unexpected. I wasn't expecting you to come out with this because you're talking about the storm, like the lightning born. One before.
I think the difference is I have Voidborn are done in my mind. This has been done for a while.
Yes. Okay. I like it. I like it. It's definitely something that I'm looking forward to seeing more of down the line. I really want to see more of the Lithonians and get more into that whole side of things.
But I think a lot of the Lorthonians, like Elstein, I would put down as a Voidborn.
Oh, okay.
Like all those markings, you're seeing it, like it's happening.
She's almost like turning herself into one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Fuck, I really want to. I really want more with.
I'm surprised you guys didn't go there because we've talked about the Void so much like out of character, but in character you guys have not pursued it ever.
Well, yes, but also how do I get the party to go there? Like we haven't had any major clues pulling us towards.
Well, you had Ulden, so you could have gone to Ulden, which is very close to which there could have been.
But then it's a leap across from Ulden to.
No, but there would have been. What I'm saying is, there's things in Ulden that would have made you want to go explore Lothric.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's fair, I suppose. But like we were going to head off that way, but then we hit into Vrendenwell, and the whole Vrendenwell thing just like changed our outlook.
Yeah, look, it's
I would like to get to Lothric though sometime in this campaign.
I don't know if it happens at this stage, but maybe.
Yeah. Or at least to see more Lithonians out and about around the place.
Well, you're like there is a squire on your way, and I will confirm that the Seville Relil, I think is one you got. He is going to be a Voidborn.
Okay, cool.
Like, that's why I said this is coming up soon. Like,
yeah, and he will be arriving at Aral Keep.
Hopefully not as it's being sieged.
Hopefully not, or else that'd be very awkward. Oh.
He'll just be there with his backpack and be like, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna leave.
I'll let you handle this. I'm a back right out.
So you said Iceborn.
Yes, we need like a winter Iceborn, Winterborn, something like that.
Iceborn.
Well, this is Frostborn.
Okay, actually, Frost. Yeah, that's still the same alphabetical where it needs to be. So you had ideas. I'm gonna let you. I'll let you make this. Okay. Or did you have an idea for a lightning board? I can't remember which one you had an idea for.
No. I said I had an idea because you were starting to throw out some ideas for it. I was thinking of a lightning born, like it could almost give them some sort of flash type ability in terms of like teleporting, like through, like ride the lightning type ability, you know. But I think Ice Genasi potentially. I think something along the lines of action/bonus action. Giving them some AC boost, like maybe it's like a slight bump to their AC, or like a temp hit points thing, but some sort of like frost shield.
We could also just impose disadvantage on an attack. That's something we haven't done.
Maybe impose disadvantage. We haven't really done anything to do with AC though either.
No,
which is a very contentious point, and this is not natural AC. This is merely as a bonus action type thing. Activate this, and it's almost just like there's a like layer of like hardened ice just like freezes over their skin is what I was thinking. Or do you think that something along the lines of disadvantage would be better?
Look, you have the ideas. I'm gonna let you take point on this. So.
Oh, look, no, I don't really have ideas.
Look, there's one I want to do. Sandborn.
Sandborn?
Yeah. Because remember, we've I know not on stream yet, but we net what was his name? Nabeem? Master of the Shifting Sands. Like we literally met the elemental lord of that region. So I definitely want to do a sandborn, sand elemental.
Okay. So what we would like, first of all, we need to have a Frostborn because we've actually had one in the game. Yes. Which is mainly my thinking, is that we've had one, so we need to think.
Resistance to cold. First thing.
Resistance to cold, yes, naturally.
There you go. Hello, Creative Mind. How are you doing on this lovely, lovely day? We're having a bit of a blast ourselves. We're working through the Genasi and making our own elemental board. We've already done all the innate ones, and we've started working on some of our own, like the Voidborn, and we're working on now the Frostborn, then the Lightningborn, then the Sandborn. So we're going to get through these and then move on to more stuff. We're homebrewing today, and we'd love your input as we go through it. How have you been? Tell us what your week's been like. I hope it's been good. One second. Sharon's just come to the door, so I'm going to just be back 1 second.
Yeah, you're all good. Yeah, but tell us how you're doing, Creative. How are you going today? How has your week been?
Okay. Oh, everything
yes,
just lagged there for a little bit. Sorry. Sorry, stream. I don't know if that was...
Okay.
Everything was okay when
I have an idea for ice. Glassborn? Yeah, there's Glassborn as well. Look, it's what happens.
that's what happens if a child of a sun... Hey, we're about to make the same shitty joke.
Okay, but I had another idea for ice, frost, winter genasi, whatever we call it. Oh, born, sorry. We could almost give them some sort of ability in terms of keeping in line with the. Oh, what's that? I was making Easter cookies for about 6 hours, and I can finally sit and relax. Look, that sounds very relaxing.
Nice. What was in the Easter cookies? Were they chocolate? Were they fruits? I'm not. Is Easter cookies a tradition where you are from? Because that is not a tradition in Ireland that I'm familiar with. Okay, so Frostborn.
Yes, I was thinking very much keeping in line with keeping in line with some of the abilities we've got, like in terms of the damage or whatever. I was thinking very much like some sort of AoE ability, but almost like a frozen grasp type thing, where it's like holding someone in place, like restricting their movement as like a action on your turn type of thing.
Okay, I have two that I want. So I like that one. I think reaction, we kind of pull from like what's it? Armor of Agathis, very similar. But on a reaction to being hit, reaction to someone making an attack against you, melee attack, you can cause ice to shatter off of your skin to impose disadvantage on the attack. Use it a number of times equal to con mod a day.
Okay. Is that a little bit similar to the arena, though?
Is it? I can't. No, that's not this. There's no disadvantage on the arena.
Oh,
that's,
okay, right. That's his damage.
That's a reaction you can make a throwback on. It's a Greek tradition, and they usually very vanilla or orange cookies. Ooh. I love orange. Anything with a bit of zest, I need it.
I love.
It's a Greek tradition.
I love Greek Easter cookies. Like in Australia, at least, there's a large Greek population here.
Is there?
And
I did not know that.
This weekend, this weekend being Greek Easter here. There's been a lot of that going on.
Wait, Greek Easter is Greek Easter not regular? Because Easter was just gone, was it not?
It's different calendar, different dates.
Oh, I did not know that. That's super cool. You learn something new every day. I will have to try and find or source some.
Because it's to do with like the Orthodox Church as opposed to.
Oh, okay. Oh, I did not know that. That is. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Easter this weekend. Well, happy Easter. I did not know that. I'm sorry that I did not know that, but I know now. But yeah, the arena is just a reaction damage. Number of times per day equal to proficiency.
Yes.
Which also I realized I would like in the base, because I realized the base Genasi or Elemental Born that we're going with, there's very little in the base. Like it's it's speed, language, size. I'd like to give it proficiency.
So it's reaction to impose disadvantage
on an attack, yes, a melee attack, or maybe just a weapon attack.
On weapon attack, number of times equal to proficiency.
I was going to say let's make it proficiency. I was going to say con. I suppose here's where we need to find a clear distinction. We're kind of flip-flopping out on a lot of these abilities. Is it used proficiency bonus time or con mod or ability mod times?
I think it just depends on the ability. Because we've played some of them where we've used short rest, long rest instead of going off of multiple times.
That's fair.
I think we just play it upon. I don't think we have to stick to a clear-cut formula for them, as long as we like have a rough sort of everyone gets like an ability and so on and so forth. Like we keep to that.
Okay, I'm not sure
So
I agree, but we can think about it. We'll get these abilities down. We can rework from there.
Yeah, because I don't think that you necessarily really have to keep between like sub races. I don't think you have to have a strict formula for each one they all have to adhere to. As long as it has like they mostly keep to it. I think
as long as no one is
variations
clearly
on
strong.
use. Yeah. But yeah, so we have the resistance to cold, the reaction to pose disadvantage on a weapon attack, and
then you want some form of grapple.
yes, some form of grapple or stun or something like that, or even just like slowing movement, like some sort of. But like, I don't mean like the stun condition. I mean like something to that effect. Like,
so I'm thinking maybe restrained.
Yeah, like restrained, exactly, restrained.
Which I believe is still advantage. Actually, no, isn't there some really weird ruling? We had this come up recently where I didn't realize restrained. You can still move.
Incapacitated. That was incapacitated.
Okay.
I
just have to make sure.
So in terms of, I just want to double check this.
I think we can make it because, okay, hear me out. The Frostborn is meant to be kind of like a mix between water and Earthborn. What if we make it similar to the Earthborn's ability? Actually, no, because that's just there's no damage, but we could make it.
I was almost imagining it. Like I had in my head very much similar to like Lysandra, ability wise, like in terms of her W.
So
just
what
like
if we made it same
stuff.
15-foot radius, deck save equal? Actually, not even deck save. We'll make it con save because it's the cold. There is no jumping away from this.
Yeah.
Con equal to 8 plus con plus proficiency. And they don't take damage, but if they fail, they are restrained. And then
actually no, restrained or grappled. No, I can't have grappled because then you go into the grappling.
But I say restrained, but we don't make it save or suck. On a successful, their speed is halved.
Okay, yeah.
Are we happy with that?
Sounds good. Yeah, can you just read it out to me so I can write it down?
You talk as if I have this already pre-written. So as a
action or bonus action?
Action restrained is super strong. As a bonus action.
As an action?
As an action, you cause the air around you within 15 feet to freeze.
15 feet and freeze and
all creatures within. Not enemies, all creatures. You can you're not molding this around your allies.
Then to make a con saving equal to
8 plus con plus proficiency.
8 off the until the end of the next turn.
Say mechanically, let's say it's until the end of your next turn. That way you can still benefit from it.
It's turn.
On a success, their movement speed is reduced by half.
Oh, perfect. I like that. I like those two. How often can you use this?
I'm thinking we make that once per short or long, or maybe proficiency bonus.
Once per short rest. I like it once per short rest. It is quite a powerful ability. But just an innate thing, and the other one's already off of your proficiency as well, so I don't want to have both. In my mind, like, just keep track of one. Perfect. I like that though. I think we don't really need to add anything else to them.
No, I am happy with that.
So, lightning or sand next?
Let's go lightning. We'll go alphabetical before we even get that. How many more do we want to do?
I think that's fine. I don't think we need to add any more.
Okay, if that's what you think.
I don't think we really need to add any more. Unless you have some more that you have in mind. Like,
no, that's the only ones I really wanted.
But that's all that I had in mind.
The only other idea I had would be like lava.
Which I don't really think that we need to include. Yeah. I don't think there's been... Because we haven't really had a major volcanic eruption yet.
I love that you said yes. Hello, Velixian. How are you? We're over today. Welcome to the gang. What's on your agenda today? Okay, so Lightningborn, you said you had some ideas for this.
The one I did have was some sort of teleportation ability.
Okay, well, let's
Like
give
some
him
sort
that.
of like flash, like lightning flash between points.
Yeah, we could call it Flash Step. Not because it sounds cool or anything, but there's in the anime Bleach, the way they're literally like their fast moves called the Flash Step, and that just my weeb brain loves it.
Such a weeb, I love it. I reckon as a bonus action, teleports like 20 feet. You want to make it the same as Misty Step. You don't make it the same.
Hey, have fun at workshops.
Well, yeah, have fun at work.
Or do we want to make this like almost so we can make this stronger? So, like as an action, we can make it like a mini Thunder Step. Creatures within 5 feet of you from where you initially teleport away from take your level in damage, the thunder damage.
Okay.
And we change it from
Or
Flash
we
Step to
could-
Thunder Step and hurt my wee part.
Or you could blind them.
Ooh,
'Cause
Con Saver
they're
be
flash.
blinded. Ooh, I really like
Con
that.
save will be blinded.
I really like that. But we make it an
Playing
action
around
then.
with status effects a bit more. As a bonus action, yeah, as an action, you can teleport 30 feet.
Teleport 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. Make sure you stress that you can see. Or wait, do we for the meme let it be a space you can't see, but if you you can teleport within inside something, you are ejected and take damage?
No.
Okay.
I just think we just easiness sake. And do you think that the blindness comes where you like your point of like where you finish the spell, where you started?
I think it's where you finish it because lightning it's where the lightning
Yes.
strikes.
All enemies within, or all creatures.
All creatures. You can't bring anyone with you on this though. Straight up.
Yes. 5 feet of you. Yes. Space. A con save?
Con save is for blindness, yep.
A con save to your. What do we say?
Tier 8 plus Dex plus. Because I think this is a very Dexy subrace.
Yes. Well, I'll be stunned until the end.
Blinded, not stunned.
Yeah, sorry. Until end of your next turn or their next turn?
End of your next turn. Have you considered an orc that speaks Japanese and a German accent using southern United States expressions while wielding European broadsword while wearing outfits with an Australian logo? Definitely not.
Valexian, thank you for suggesting my character for next campaign. It's
I'm
done.
disallowing that character for next campaign. That is a weird concept.
So you can use this once per long rest, once per short rest.
I think we even make it be used equal to your Dex mod.
Yep, it
Per
is
per long.
equal
Or per short or
to
long.
your Dex mod. Equal to your Dex mod per long or short. Perfect. I like that.
Okay, so that's their ability 1. Is that I think that's their stronger ability, so we needed a weaker. Everything kind of has a stronger and weaker ability.
Look, I think you absolutely give them resistance to lightning damage. Like, lightning and thunder?
We could, but then I may not give them anything else.
I think that you do give them some form of resistance to lightning or thunder.
I think
Just
lightning.
Yeah, lightning.
What
Really
other
give them
ability?
anything.
We can either give them 2 resistances, or we can give them...
I think we add something else. I'm just trying to think here. So you said this is something to emphasize speed, like more of a Dexy type of subrace. Is there anything else we can do that sort of brings that into it?
So that's strong. That movement is really strong. I'm just trying to think of any other ideas.
See, I have an idea, but it's another movement-based one. I don't really want to give them 2 movement-based ones.
I don't mind that. I did have an idea for a lightning sprint.
Okay.
So let me pitch this to you.
Go on.
The other one, it's all movement. Maybe the subrace is just movement. So, as a bonus action, you move up to your speed in a straight line, leaving a trail of lightning in your wake. Any creature you pass within 5 feet of must make a dex save or take lightning damage equal to your level. You can use this ability once per short or long.
Okay.
Bonus points if they're despite the same advantage of how obscene it is to hide the comparatively normal fact. Look, that is a obscene idea for sure.
Okay.
What do you think of my idea? What do you think of the sprint? Because like lightning is really like that's all about the movement. Also, I kind of want to play one of these because that sounds cool.
I was thinking of another movement one as well, but almost like a freedom of movement type ability is what I was leading towards. Instead of like a damaging one, more one that allows you to just like avoid difficult terrain or opportunity attack, something like that. Something that goes toward that side.
Okay, so what if it's bonus action? You move like kind of a empowered disengage. You move up to your speed in a straight line, not provoking opportunity attack, ignoring difficult terrain.
My only thing is that become a little bit too much then.
I don't know. The flash step is a really fucking strong ability.
Flash step is a really good ability, so I don't know like how much more I want to give them. Like I'm trying to find a small ability that we can just give them, something that's like almost akin to the flameborn, to the fireborn, like just creating a fire in their hands. Something just like that. That's like the type of thing.
Oh, you know what I wouldn't mind? What if we did when outside they could call a storm? That's strong. That's strong.
It's cool though.
That's cool. What about we just charged weapons? As a bonus action, you can make your next all attacks made with melee weapons into the start of your next turn deal lightning damage instead of regular damage. It's not that busted. It's just overcut. Like.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine with that. Stick it in, Des. Whack it on.
Where are we at? So.
Okay. Hear me out. A movement spell that lets you move 5 extra feet, as much as you want in that turn. But for each 5 feet taken, you take that much in lightning damage.
Just charge yourself right your own brain. Level 1 wizard just dies.
Static electricity.
Yeah, I kind of like the charged weapons because it's just like mechanically it doesn't.
It's not broken.
It's not broken, and like at later levels, justification being you're shocking your nerves to send the signal faster. I don't mind it, but it's just we already have a movement ability that I'm pretty have my heart set on. Yeah. But that is a very interesting approach. I will give you that. I will give you that.
Yeah, I like it.
I just like the charged weapons.
I'm happy with that. So Sandblood.
Yeah, it's something I like just personally kind of want because of it.
Okay. Let me pitch something towards you, Des, for Sandborn. I like the idea in terms of a certain resilience almost. I think like give them some sort of like that's like advantage on exhaustion checks.
Yeah, I was going to say advantage on saving throws that would cause exhaustion or heat stroke.
Yep, and some sort of perhaps like you don't need food and water like for like double amount of period or something.
Yeah. The other thing I was going to give is one thing I would like to possibly include is sand also can't obscure your vision.
Okay, yeah. I think roll that in. Advantage on.
My other one that I kind of like is you can use your action to glide through sand or loose soil, moving up to 30 feet without leaving tracks or disturbing the terrain.
Okay, so that's like a teleport in that sense, or
no, you literally move without like you don't disturb it. Like it's kind of a burrow.
Okay.
Sandborns could make quicksand appear under an enemy or more. Ooh, I don't mind that.
How about almost ability? Actually, how much movement stuff do we want to have in there for them compared to lightning? Like, because I have another movement-based one, really kind of cool.
Well, pitch it. If it's cool, we can just include it, because all we care about is if it's cool.
On like sand or loose soil. As a bonus action, you can move double your movement speed. You can like increase your movement speed over like sand or loose soil. It's like you double your movement speed essentially if you're moving across that type of terrain.
Okay. You know, it'd be an interesting one that's just different. When hit by a ranged weapon attack, using your reaction to grant yourself half cover until the start of your next turn.
Ooh, like almost just like throwing up like
a wall of sand,
like obscure yourself. I like that. Throw that in. Can we expand that to small earth-based particles that includes thick dust?
That's on the DM, I think, because that's not a common wording in 5e modules. Although to kind of expand on Creative Minds' idea, I did have an idea kind of twinged by that. So sand trap, 10-foot square quicksand or loose soil within 30 feet. Any creature that enters that area must succeed on a dex save or be restrained until the end of their next turn, and it becomes difficult terrain until the end of for everyone other than you until the end of your next turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What do you think of that?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm just thinking about just Sanborn. I quite like the abilities that we suggested so far. I like all of them.
So do I. Yeah.
I really like the reaction to get half cover. You said.
Use a reaction to grant yourself half cover against all attacks
until the start of your next turn.
Till the start of your next turn.
Perfect.
Although that is just better than the Frostborns, isn't it? Although if we make it once per shorter long rest, it's better. It's not as strong, I mean.
Yeah. But also, imposing disadvantage as well is... I don't know.
I suppose the higher levels it's better. Then
yeah,
it kind of balances. Okay,
so it kind of balances itself out.
What do we think?
How many times do we think
once per short or long? Because it's until the end of until the start of your next turn.
Yeah.
So I had another idea though. So deserts and all, like kind of like thinking on the vibes is like mirages. So like kind of illusion as an action, you can create an illusionary mirage of yourself within 30 feet that lasts for like a minute, or you dismiss it obviously. And any creature that tries to target you with an attack or spell must make a wisdom save to pick who to target. Or hit. Sorry, if they fail, they hit the target instead.
Okay, so you can almost like a mirror image type of thing.
Like a mini mirror image, like a baby mirror image.
I was initially leaning towards more of like a blur type of thing, but
I do really like the quicksand idea.
I do like the quicksand. I do like science with quicksand. I know we have technical ways to do it, but do we just have a straight sand to glass ability? I don't know. People seem to really want some sort of glass ability, some sort of glass thing in there.
Look, the entire world will be glass when the Dragon King comes. Don't worry about that.
Sorry about that, guys. That's kind of my bad.
You know what? I'll put my hand up. That one's on me.
Yeah, my bad, boys.
I got so yeah. I think we put a little poll in the chat. Maybe do we want a Mirage ability or do we want a quicksand ability? So let me open up my dashboard. Here's my poll. Create new poll. We're gonna go sand. Yeah, quicksand or mirages. Let's just give it a quick 2-minute poll. All right. Got a poll up. Do you want quicksand? What do you think? Quicksand or mirages? Tell us how you're feeling. It's in the polls. Go ahead and vote. Because I don't know what I want to do. I think both are equally good options. Okay, quicksand has both votes so far. Two votes. Okay, one person wants Mirage.
One for Mirage. Ooh.
One for Mirage. One for Mirage.
Look, yeah. Okay, I'm with that Elixion over there. Quicksand Mirage ability. Done. Convince Blaze there's illusionary quicksand. Illusionary quicksand.
Well, mechanically, so what? An intelligence save, or they believe they're sinking in quicksand?
It's like a weak hallucinatory terrain.
It's like a weak hallucinatory terrain. Do we like that though? How do we feel about that?
I don't actually hate it. I don't actually hate it.
Yeah, it does mix the best of both worlds. Maybe this poll is for
It does
nothing.
mix it. I actually don't hate that. I really don't hate that.
They can tell there's quicksand ahead. Yeah,
Mhm.
no. Actually, you know what? I think we might do that. So we can combine the ideas mechanically. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna end the poll and we're just gonna. I like that more than even needing a poll. Thank you, Valexian, because I think we're gonna use that. So how we would word this? As an action, you make it appear as if there is a 10-foot square of quicksand within 30 feet of you. Any creature that enters the area or starts their turn within it must make a intelligence saving throw DC 8 plus proficiency plus con, or believe they are restrained until the end of their next turn.
Okay. Yeah.
What do we think of that? Do we like that? So,
Hang on. So can you just read it through to me again? Just
okay, so
there's one.
So, as an action, you create a 10-foot illusionary pit of quicksand within 30 feet of you. Creatures that enter it will start their turn must make a DC a int save DC plus. What's the mod? Are we putting this with your intelligence or wisdom? I think wisdom.
Okay.
Like, what does it scale with? So if they fail the int save, they think they're restrained.
Yes.
What do we think? Read it over. Do you like that? Do you hate it? How are we feeling?
Initially, I was leaning towards more like creating like difficult terrain type of thing, but the restrained.
Well, like quicksand wouldn't just be difficult terrain.
No, but in their mind, because it's not actually quicksand.
It is also artificial
It is.
area control because that's why it's only they make the int save if they are in it. Because it looks real otherwise.
That was my thing in terms of the difficult terrain, because it's artificial. It's more so them thinking that.
Okay.
It's not actually that it's actually causing any effects to them. It's more so the people not being able to detect that. And so moving, slower through it because they're, worried they'll start sinking. Considering they already have quite a good ability with the reaction,
yeah, honestly.
and this is just a bit more of battlefield control, and I kind of like it.
How many times can they do this for? Or will we make the illusion last 1 minute rather than to the end of your next turn?
I think it can last up to a minute. I think that's perfect.
Okay. I quite actually like that a lot. Also, you know what I just realized, Raph? We've almost spent all of our time just on Genasi.
Yes. Yes, we have, Des. However, I think we've hit all of the points with Genasi. I think that's Genasi done. I think we are finally done with Genasi after that. It's been
Okay.
a bit, but I think we're there.
Okay, I think we are. So we did all the innate ones, and we created void, sand, lightning, and frost. Is there any other? Is there any other sub race of Genasi people would like to see, or people want to work on? Not glass.
Yeah, glass Genasi.
Bro, imagine going up to the Ceruvian Desert and seeing a sand Genasi being like, "Damn girl, you're so hot. Are you a glass Genasi?"
Jesus, that is such a bad pickup line. God.
But imagine playing a really
God help
cheesy
us.
bard that does bad pickup lines. Okay.
I like that for Genasi. Sorry, I was just looking back over the stuff. I like it.
Poison Genasi? It's not really an element, is it? I suppose neither is sand.
I don't think we need to add any more in there.
I suppose we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 sub races. You know what? I'm going to say it's enough.
That is enough. I don't think we need to do any more, or else it's just excessive.
The next one's an issue because satyr. It's already pretty strong.
It's already strong. I just want to put this out there. I think we take away the magic resistance.
Yes.
We take away the magic resistance. I hate that. I think it's the stupidest ability. Also, are we changing the name?
And no, because well, we can maybe. We can. We'll think about it. So I don't want their creature type to be Fey rather than humanoid. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Their base walking speed of 35 feet. Fan, not fan.
Sorry, let me just double check that. Base movement speed is 35 feet. Fine. Alright. I'm fine with that, personally. I don't really have an issue. Ram.
I've never seen that ability used.
I've never seen that ability used. I think we could take that out. Ram ability. Remove Ram. Remove Ram Ranch.
You know what I also realized? We started off by talking about a lot of lore for each of these. We did not talk we didn't talk much lore.
We haven't actually. Today, Genasi was just.
So, I think rather than their mirthfully, maybe we give them like, I don't know what we call it, something better, but goat-like traits. So you have a number of goat-like traits. You have your cloven hooves, your horns, pointed ears, but we also give them proficiency on athletics skill, I mean, and we give them advantage on checks made to jump instead.
So instead of athletics, do you think acrobatics?
No, just give them athletics. Give them proficiency in athletics and advantage on the checks made to jump.
And advantage on checks Evolving and jumping. Okay, question then. Do we keep their current proficiencies in terms of
No.
performance and persuasion?
Oh, maybe we give them just natural performer and we give them proficiency and performance skill. Like, they're just natural performers. Because, like, in our setting, they are just like troubadours. Satyr get +1 performance involving jokes, pranks, and gags when proximity of a centaur. There is no centaurs. What centaurs? I hate that pun. I hate it.
I love that. Do you think the proficiency in a musical instrument as well?
Yeah, I think so.
So they get proficiency in athletics, proficiency in performance, proficiency in a musical instrument. That's very close to what they get. We're just basically swapping out the persuasion for athletics.
Yeah.
We're taking out the magic resistance, we're taking out the ram. So we need to insert some sort of ability to replace those two.
We do. So, what if we give them like a very much like trickster based ability, because they're kind of like jovial and shit still. But what if we just like, as an action, you can become invisible for a minute. You can use it on a short or long rest.
Nah.
No, not a fan.
No, not really.
Okay.
No,
what if we went into like the pan flute thing really like pretty heavily, and we just gave them like as an action make a like not even pans, but we can just do like
I was thinking some sort of charming.
Yeah, musical. This is what I'm trying to get to. So, musical charm. Creatures within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom save to be charmed by you for 1 minute. A creature charmed this way regards you as a friendly acquaintance. So, like, wisdom save equal to DC 8 plus prof plus charisma. So just like, and we give them proficiency in one as part of this ability. As part of this ability, we give them advantage. We give them proficiency in one musical instrument of their choice.
Okay. What do we call it?
I don't want to use mirthful because what if we call it charmful revelry? Charmful revelry. Or charming revelry.
Yeah. In musical instrument. Ability to charm. So ability to charm someone. In terms of like how this works, do you think it's like an action they can charm someone?
Action. How about we action a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus within 30 feet.
A number. $30 feet.
Must make a wisdom saving throw. DC 8 plus prof plus charisma.
Wisdom saving throw. I make it equal. DC. Wisdom. To wisdom or charisma?
Equal, no, I'm thinking DC equal to 8 plus charisma plus proficiency.
8 plus.
Because canonically in 5e, charm effects are wisdom saves.
Oh, okay. Must make a wisdom saving throw.
Equal to DC.
Equal to charisma plus proficiency.
So,
or be charmed.
Or be charmed by you for 1 minute. A creature charmed this way regards you as a friendly acquaintance.
Reach. Oh, that's fine.
It's short or long rest, I think. Once per. Requires occasional horseshoe to work to be done. Also, I was going to say hostile creatures have advantage on the saving throw. I think maybe one more.
Okay, here's something. Do we give them dark vision?
Do they get dark vision? I don't believe they do.
No, they don't.
No, I don't think we give them.
Okay, cool.
And one thing I would think would be kind of cool though is like a wild companion. Let's give them Find Familiar for free. They get a little pixie or sprite.
Free.
It's just enough, but like it's something. It's just like I don't know. I like it because it's just something.
Okay, so just to break
then
it
I think
down,
we've done
proficiency in athletics, in performance, advantage on checks involving jumping, is charm ability, and a free Find Familiar. What was the name you suggested for it?
Just wild companion, but it can be a sprite pixie. It has to be a fake creature, just so they still have that little bit of a fake connection.
Yeah.
How does somebody that have goat not have dark vision? Are goats nocturnal?
I don't know, but it's the rule. Like in terms of 5e, that's just that they don't get dark vision. Apparently, it's kind of weird. Pick it up with the devs.
Obviously, I don't. You still need components to cast Find Familiar. I will say.
Okay. Yep.
You get the Find Familiar spell as a ritual. However, your familiar must be a fey.
Gain Find Familiar. Ritual. Okay, perfect.
Do we think that's enough?
Yeah, I think that's definitely enough. I think they're in a good spot now. They're better. The fucking magic resistance, thank God they don't have anymore. Advantage on saving throws. Ugh.
So yeah, they get their usual.
It's the fact that...
So we got rid of Mirthful Leap, and we got rid of Revelry.
Mm-hmm.
They get their languages, obviously.
Yes.
So we got rid of the Ram, but we got their Charming Revelry instead. Maybe we give them advantage. We give them proficiency in performance as well for the Charming Revelry. Oh no, we already have Natural Performer. Never mind, we gave them that.
Yeah.
Okay. Goats only need around 5 hours of sleep. They often take multiple short naps throughout the day. If swarm enough, they will move about and graze throughout the night if they get hungry. Interesting. I did not know that about goats.
Okay, so in that case, trying to give them dark vision.
Yeah, fuck it. Give them dark vision. That feels like it rounds it out fair.
60 feet. Bam, there we go. Slot that in thanks to little scientific facts.
Okay, so here's the difficult one. Tiefling. Tiefling are SRD, so we don't need to give them anything unique if we don't want to. Same as a human.
I just think we emphasize the age-wise. They live as long as whatever their lineage is.
Okay, do we want to make a subrace or do we just leave it that? Because Goblin, we don't really have to change. You could literally print that in a book. I want to change Hobgoblin around.
I do as well. Name-wise, Tieflings, they still call Tieflings. I think we leave it as Tieflings.
At this stage, we've used it so much. They're SRD,
it's
there's
iconic.
no issue.
Tiefling. Change. Yeah, so I think the only thing I want to emphasize is that
Age
is so.
Or maybe put something like Tiefling can be born to any lineage, bar Asimar.
Is what Asimar had? If I do spell Asimar, I think that's how you spell Asimar.
ASIMAR.
Yes, I think. Yes, that is it. Okay, cool. I got it right. Go, mate. So I think that's the only thing we need to add is just that small amendment to it is age, and it can be born to anyone.
Do we want to make a unique subrace? I don't think we need to. Goblin, no. I think we also do the same. We can just leave Goblin as is, unless there's something you really dislike about Goblin, because they are also
let me
SRD.
pull up the Goblin. Let me pull up the Goblin sheet. That was first released, I'm fairly sure, in the Volo's Guide, wasn't it?
Or maybe they're not SRD. Maybe they're
No,
not.
they're not. They came out in Bowler's Guide. So we actually have to go through that. Now I know that they also had a re-release in Monsters of the Multiverse. I don't know how much that changed, but
1 second.
oh, that's right.
No, I think they are. I think they are SRD.
Okay, but they weren't released. Okay, that's right. They were only released in Bowler's Guide, but if they're still SRD, then again, it's Goblin. You can't really. It's Goblins. Like you can't really.
Like what they get. No, they're actually only SRD in 3.5.
Huh. Okay. I think
Okay.
like we can still call them goblins because
Yeah, we just their racial stats
goblins
we need
isn't
to change.
copyrighted.
But like we can give them dark vision. I think the only thing we'd have to change is their nimble escape and fury of the small.
Yes. That's a good question, actually. What do we change it to for goblins? Goblins. Goblinoids. Gobos.
Do me a favor and look up the Smithsonian Magazine photo contest pic of goats in the dark. I will do that shortly.
And Smithsonian Magazine of goats in the dark. I'm going to look it up now. Oh Jesus, that's terrifying. Oh my god, I don't like goats anymore. That is single-handedly scared me away from goats.
Yeah, that's weird. Fuck, what do we do for goblins? Because in our thing, in our world, they're very like shamanistic, tribalistic. They're not like really raiders. We could give them proficiency in herbalism tools.
Okay.
No, I think these fall into one of the camps that I'm not the biggest fan of, unfortunately, for like trying to rework. We give them intimidation and dim light, but not darkness. Goblins? Or are you talking about satyrs?
I think satyrs, because that image was intimidating.
No, I think they have enough. I think they have enough.
Okay,
So, what would you replace for Fury this month?
I'm trying to think. This is... Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to add. I don't know what I want to add for goblins. Let's have a bit of gold. Nimble escape is another thing we need to replace. I don't just want to give them some sort of like innate spellcasting. I don't want to go down that path.
What's their speed? Is it 30 already? Because they're like, or is it?
They're 30. They're 30 feet. I'm barely sure. Yes, they're 30 feet. I think some form of proficiency, maybe in herbalism.
What if we made them tinkerers?
That doesn't really fit with goblins in our world.
No.
Because in terms of Quenthos, they're very much living in the forest people. And that's like a very different goblin stereotype in terms of tinker and everything. What do we make them diggy boys?
Oh my god.
Well, how about we go into the lore? Like, in terms of the lore of goblins in Quenthos, let's just like break that down a little bit.
Okay, well can we make a Magic the Gathering card crankle mob boss into a goblin subrace? I don't know what that is. I don't play Magic. I feel so out of the loop. But no, the goblins are like they're shamanistic. They came over with the guiding light. They moved into the forest to try and you know, sorry, I spilled some water. They're pretty all about like living that natural herbalistic life. So one option that I think we include there is shamanistic knowledge. They get proficiency in medicine and survival, or medicine and nature.
Okay.
Then, problem is we're doing so many races. I'm just trying not to have like things overlapping.
Yeah, I get you. I was even thinking, like, what if a lot of goblins live up in trees almost? In the wood, and we could give them some sort of like natural tree climbing ability.
I don't hate that,
or, like
actually.
Some sort of like climb speed. Give them like a climb speed to represent that. Give them an innate climb speed?
Yeah, we could. We could call it forest agility. You can move through the trees as if you have a climb speed of 30 feet.
Agility.
Franco is a goblin that you can tap to create a number of goblins equal to the number of goblins you have. Tap being like an action. Weird. I did not know that about Magic the Gathering. That's kind of cool. I've only played it once or a couple times in the app. Another thing I'm thinking of for these guys is like almost like a feral instincts. Give them advantage on like initiative, and if you're surprised at the beginning of combat but not incapacitated, you can act normally on your first turn.
Okay. Like
That'll
you can't be surprised. You can't be surprised type of thing.
Oh, unless you're incapacitated. Like
yes.
And advantage on initiative. And that could be it. That could literally be it.
So you get advantage on initiative.
And if you are surprised at the beginning of combat and aren't incapacitated, you can act normally on your turn. Goblins are all 1 attack, 1 health. Okay, I think I get what you mean.
What did you suggest calling it, Des? Sorry.
Feral instincts.
I spelled that wrong. Instincts. There we go.
Do you think they need more? Like, is that too little? Like, obviously, we're keeping their.
That's very powerful. Giving them just flat advantage on initiative.
Like, they already get their ability scores. They get their size. They get their speed. Although maybe we make their climbing speed a little bit. No, do we want to make their climbing speed a little bit slower, like 25?
25? Yeah, sure. We can nerf it down to 25.
Actually, no, keep it 30. Keep it 30. I like them to be very.
Keep it 30. The only thing I was maybe thinking of is like some almost like what you suggested with I think it was the arena in terms of like presenting themselves as being small, but then translating that to like a combat sense and like disadvantage on attacks type of thing through like presenting as being smaller or like keeping down low.
Maybe.
I don't know. Oh shit, I just realized the time as well.
Oh fuck, the time. Okay, we have enough while we think on it more. Okay, we're gonna wind down. Time disappears when we homebrew. If you like what you saw today, please drop us a follow. We'd really, really appreciate it. And if you've got Prime, we'd love it if you sub to our channel or any channel. Just use your Prime while it's there. It's free and it helps out a lot of people in the space. Come hang out with us on all our various social medias. Hang out in our Discord. And if you want to see a full doc of what this will eventually be, a lot of this will go up onto our Patreon. It's $5 a month tier afterwards. I didn't realize what time it was because I lose track of time when we do this. But thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for thanks for vibing. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. See ya.